when the narcissist realizes what they lost, after ending a relationship with a narcissist, there often comes a moment when the narcissist realizes just what they've lost in you. This moment can vary for each narcissist, but there are common realizations narcissists have when it finally sinks in that you've moved on for good. Going no contact triggers the loss. For many narcissists, the loss doesn't fully hit them until you cut off their access to you completely and go no contact. When their repeated hoovering attempts and pleas to get back together are all ignored, it creates a narcissistic injury for them as they lose their primary source of supply and validation. Some common thoughts narcissists have when this happens.
How dare they ignore me?
The narcissist's ego is bruised, that they no longer have any control over you or the relationship.
I've lost my biggest fan.
Narcissists need people to constantly prop up their egos with praise and adoration. You used to provide that for them consistently.
My life feels empty without them.
Your caring, supportive nature filled an emotional void in them that they struggle to find in other people.
No one understands me like they did.
Your deep empathy for and forgiveness of their flaws is difficult for them to find in new relationships.
They were the most stable relationship I had.
Narcissists struggle to form genuine bonds and partnerships. You provided consistency and reliability they benefited from. Losing their supply source. In addition to emotional support, you likely also provided the narcissist with concrete things they benefited from: money, gifts, access to resources, physical intimacy, etc. Losing this supply they extracted from you creates additional panic for them. Some narcissists experience withdrawal-like symptoms when their supply gets cut off, including increased anxiety, restlessness, trouble concentrating, obsessive thinking about you, anger outbursts, semi-stalking behaviors to keep tabs on you, sudden overwhelming charm when interacting with you. Signs they know what they lost. Though they will work hard to hide it, there are telltale signs that demonstrate the narcissist knows they lost someone truly important, bringing up memories of happy times together or past gifts from you. Occasionally letting their guard down in moments of sadness or need. Asking mutual friends about you and your life frequently. Driving or walking by your home or workplace. Reminiscing about the good old days when you were together. Sudden attempts to be extra charming if you interact in person. Expressing nostalgia for experiences or activities you used to share. Making grand promises of change and being better if you give them another chance. These slip-ups reveal that on some level they do realize your value and importance, even if they won't outright say it. Why the loss rarely inspires change. Unfortunately, the pain of losing you rarely inspires long-term change in the narcissist's behavior. There are a few key reasons for this. Vulnerable emotions are too uncomfortable for them. Admitting they miss you means acknowledging they were dependent on someone else for validation and supply. This wounds their fragile egos. Making real change requires hard self-reflection. Narcissists lack introspection and don't want to confront unflattering truths about themselves. It's easier to blame you. Transforming abusive patterns takes intensive therapy. Most narcissists refuse to get professional help, believing nothing is wrong with their behavior. They feel entitled to what they want. Sacrificing their own desires to make a relationship work seems unreasonable to them. New sources of supply become available. Like an addict, they can quickly latch onto someone else to feed their narcissistic needs once the pain of losing you subsides. So while they temporarily pine and make overtures about changing when they realize they've lost you, it is seldom genuine or sustainable. The loss mostly just injures their pride in the moment. Their ego ultimately wins out over any deeper evolution. Losing you likely dealt a blow to the narcissist's ego, even if they pretend otherwise. but because they are unwilling to confront difficult truths or do the necessary work to fundamentally change. The realization is often fleeting and superficial. Know that on some level, they do recognize your worth and importance, even if they will never properly appreciate it the way you deserve. Learning to walk away with grace and never looking back is the greatest demonstration of your inner strength and self-love. You now have the opportunity to create something beautiful and free from their toxicity. The future is filled with possibilities now that you've broken free. I hope this video has provided some insight into what may be going on internally for the narcissist when they realize you've moved on for good. While the loss may sting their ego, true change requires much deeper work. Remember, your worth was never contingent on their validation. You are enough just as you are. Their inability to appreciate that is the narcissist's limitation, not yours. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it to support the message. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive updates whenever I post new content related to narcissism and recovery. You can also check out my other videos on setting boundaries, healing after narcissistic abuse, and cultivating self-love.